Hi. So happy New Year. And, it's always, I always start the New Year here for that sense of community that's so important to so many of us. And, for me, St. Mark's Poetry Project New Year's Day is about the poets and about the people who come out to hear the poets and see the dancers and the artists. And this is like reverberating like a motherfucker, okay? Okay, thank you. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, the important thing about New Year's Day for me here is about the people who live an artistic life. Being an artist, who gives a shit? But to live an artistic life like many of you who come to listen all day, that's my idea of hero. And so I decided that I was going to read this poem that I wrote the day of the memorial for Jim Carroll last year. And I wanted to read it because it includes the audience in here, And I just heard that Janine Pommy Vega died, which is like freaking me out. And we lost Jim New this year, and Tuli Kupferberg, and, I saw Taylor sitting in the audience, and my mind gets very freaked out when I think of Taylor going. And although, of course, I could die much sooner. So here it is. Bowered in silence for Jim Carroll. Bowered in silence, I too am stilled. The all-white storm cocoons me and the frantic world around me. The blizzard has come, finally. Manhattan lies at peace, finally. The snowflakes fall slow. Fat, white baby hands that clench and unclench, dispensing peace and heavy, wet quiet over all. Poetry is itself a blizzard that whites out the mind as the shadows stand out in the light. Walt Whitman is out, and Jim Carroll too. Those hardy types, they like to stroll, no, endlessly walk, like all poets do, if only in their minds. No destination but what perchance appears, leading the GPR of the heart coaxes and seduces, step by step in the ancient unknown language, you to move to your true north. In Inwood Park now, in life, the once frail wraith, as sturdy as when he was a boy. No hat, his smile broad and broad stride. It's a poet's day, a holiday of emptiness, save for floating, the kind of day, a holy day, that poets treasure above all. The world, both close and far, a maze of white and shadow, all bright now. No more the one, the two, but the three-dimensional. Walt Whitman is by the shore crossing Brooklyn to Manhattan. He is wrapped in a cloak of snow, a halo of light shadows his great head, and he breathes great gulps of snow-fresh air, catches snowflake on his tongue from time to time in ecstasy. The lightning rod of beauty piercing him from out to in. Oh, Walt Whitman, see him stride the long road, his great coat flung open, each step imprints the echo of his long memory of then to now. The swirl of snow around him, a funnel of reverie. Jim Carroll crosses Inwood Park, imagining himself inside a snow globe, inside a snowfall, intact worlds like stacked Russian dolls, inside, smaller and smaller into infinity. Now dusk, and no light save the snow, the purple translucence of eventide, and again the shadows are free from the mooring of light to ply their way, sheer movement against the windy coming night. Oh snow, oh holy thing, come back again to make the world right, come to bring the poets out to stride. Tonight is the perfect night for a poet's memorial. Oh, Jim, the red-haired boy, rough-handed like Rimbaud, you knew the road from Charleville. From Inwood, it is the same. Tonight, the poets are in attendance, the listeners too, for one of their own, that tribe so giddy and so fair. Tonight, the lamp glow outside St. Mark's, the ritual now again for one of our own. The lights on 2nd Avenue are dim, the snow falls on the churchyard, hushed and still, but pulsing as it does on holy days. Dead poets gather there, Jim Brodie, Creeley, Allen, and the rest. A beer, a cigarette, their first in months. We the living gather from the four ways, the streaming to St. Mark's. John Giorno says, when you wake up and the world is white, snow falling like fat baby hands dispensing peace, you know a poet is free, a blessing on us all. I taught at Naropa this summer, and on the way home with Stephen Taylor, we were very obsessed with Tuli dying, and when was Tuli going to die? And I started to have this song playing in my head the whole time, and I want to sing it for Tuli, I want to sing it for Tuli, and for Jim New, and for Janine Pommy Vega, and for, the reality is, every single fucking one of us is going to die. Troubles and trials often betray those on in the weary body to stray, but we shall walk beside the still waters with the good shepherd leading the way. Those who have strayed were sought by the Master, he who once gave his life for the sheep. Out on the mountain, still he is searching, bringing them in forever to keep. Going up home to live in green pastures where we shall live and die nevermore. All of us all will be in that number when we reach that heavenly shore. Yes, we will heed the voice of the strange ones, for never will they lead us to despair. Following on with Tuli our leader, we shall all reach that country so fair. Going to live in fields of green pastures where we shall live and die nevermore. All of us all will be in that number when we shall reach that heaven.